Today's guests in Beer Bubbles are Joel Hedman, beer judge and fromager, and Don Eriksson, pub manager at Bishops Arms Västerås. Hi guys, and welcome to Beer Bubbles. I'm sitting here with Joel Hedman.
Hi.
With an H.
With an H, yes. Swedes tend to miss.
We're sitting at Bishops Arms in Västerås.
Yes.
And it's been a hell of a day. What have we done today?
We have been judging a heck of a lot of beers today.
Yes.
Yes.
For the Uppsala Dryckesfestival, or Dryckesfestival, as it's in Swedish.
Yes.
Really cool layout. We tried almost 200 beers.
Yep.
From how many breweries was it?
It was somewhere between 40 and 50 breweries. I forget the final count.
So almost 10% of all, because it was, I think it was 47 Swedish breweries or something like that. So almost 10% of all Swedish breweries were represented. Yep. And now we're sitting at Bishops Arms, Elite Hotel, and it's a beautiful place this as well.
I prefer when you say Västerås, because that sounds a lot more Game of Thrones. But of course, it's called Västerås.
Oh.
Anyway.
You like the place?
I like it a lot. It's a very cozy feel. The low ceiling, it feels very much like a traditional British pub, which I love,
So tell us a bit about your background. Why are you judging beers at Uppsala Dryckesfestival?
Well, if we take the short version, I have been...
Have the long version.
Long version. Okay, I've started being very interested in beer about... It's been a little over 10 years, I believe, and started homebrewing around that time as well with a few of my friends. And then eventually that led to me judging beer as well. I was educated to become a beer judge for the Swedish Homebrewing Association. So I've been doing that for, I think it's about 6 years now. It's sort of snowballed from there. It's gotten worse and worse. But apart from the beer side, I'm also a authorized Stockholm guide. So I guide in Stockholm a lot. And
you do something that I really find cool, the beer tour of the Old Town.
The Stockholm Craft Beer Tour, and that's set in the Old Town. So I talk about Swedish beer history. And we drink only Swedish beers, and we go around to some of my favorite places there.
So you know everything about history when it comes to beer?
Well, the difficult part is everything is but I know most there is to know about Swedish beer history. I can say that more or less confidently. But there are new findings coming out every once in a while, of course. Seems to be a bit of a rise in interest in terms of Swedish beer history. We don't have too much about it. Written about it. It's been sort of one of those things. Beer has always been a part of our culture, very, very tightly knit to our culture. But that's one of those things that you don't really write about. It's just always there. We've always drank beer.
So up until like the late 1600s, people drank beer every day with every meal.
1700s as well. The only difference is in the 1700s there was a little bit too much of the heavy liquor as well. Yeah. The brännvin got in a little more heavy, and wine got a little bit more accessible. But from mid or late 1600s and before, and I mean all the way before, for as long as we've been here more or less in this part of the world, we have drank beer. And if you lived in a city in medieval era, for example, if you were old enough to not breastfeed, you would drink beer, because that would be the healthy drink for you.
It's safer than drinking the water.
Yes, that's basically very much true. And it's very much ingrained in our culture in terms of parties, or if you want to celebrate something, it's always been sealed with a beer. So it's a very nice thing, I think.
Well, I must say, when I started drinking beer a few years before you did, probably, beer is always, up until quite lately, it's been seen as something you drink to get drunk, while wine has been the fine drink.
Yeah, it's funny actually you say that, because that was the view of things. This is something, most of our perceptions of beer today come from a long history, goes all the way back. So wine is considered something that was if you drank wine, you didn't get as drunk. You were sophisticated. So, for example, with our motbok, which is the restriction that we had for many years, where you had to register how much you drank, and it was based on your income or your gender or other things like that. If you drank wine, you didn't really have to register that as much, because wine drinkers were, a little nicer from the beginning.
The upper class.
Yes.
Well, it all began with like the French. Well, we have a French royal family, basically, the Bernadotte.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so French wine was posh.
Yeah.
Beer was something that the peasants could keep for themselves.
We could also blame the first king in our current royal family for the what do you call it, the nykterhetsrörelsen in Sweden, because he started it.
Sobriety.
Yeah, it's called
the
Temperance Movement. There you go. He was very much for a reduction in drinking. He didn't like the heavy liquor that we were drinking in the 1800s, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, or called the 14th Johan. He liked to drink wine with his meals, but that was about it. So he was a big advocate for reducing the number of drinks that we had every day. But he, a lot later, it got a little twisted, and then we weren't supposed to drink anything at all.
Okay, yeah.
So we can't blame him, really, but that was the start of it all.
And as we said, we've been trying loads and loads of beers today, and if we would have swallowed every drop of beer that we tried today, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
It would be a very different video.
Yeah, we've been spitting all day, so this is basically the first beer we drink today.
Yeah,
and
actually drink.
You actually got them from the bar. So what are we drinking?
You have the Gruber, what they call the German, their session IPA.
Pale ale,
yeah. And I got myself a classic because it feels like nice to drink something, clean and fresh. Oppigård Hedemora Pilsner.
Björn is going like, yeah, advertisement.
There you go. Yeah, I figured they should see the glass.
Oh yeah.
Hans Gruber is, I think, the name. Or is that
Hans Gruber is the guy from Die Hard.
That's the bad guy from Die Hard. I always mix those up. Anyway, I love both those Grubers, actually. Anyway, so we've got two very fresh beers here.
And we've actually we left Stockholm. We actually met each other for the first time on the train station in Stockholm. We traveled together up here to Västerås.
About 10 this morning?
10 this morning, and then it's now like 7.
Yeah, we got to hurry up.
Yeah, we got to get some more beers.
Speaking of which.
Yeah. Really nice to have you with me in the Beer Bubbles podcast. Yeah. Rasmus couldn't come. As you guys know, he's got a daytime job now as well, so he couldn't join us. That's why he's not with us here in Västerås. But we'll make sure he'll come next time.
Yeah.
And as we always end this YouTube channel, it's whatever you do, drink better beer. Guys, welcome back to Beer Bubbles. I've been sitting with Joel earlier. Now I'm sitting here with Dan Eriksson.
Yes.
The pub manager of Bishops Arms in Västerås.
That's correct.
Welcome to Beer Bubbles.
Thank you.
I just want to know a bit about this place, because you've been around for quite a long time.
Yeah. This is the 27th year of the Bishops Arms. This was the first Bishops Arms in all over Sweden. Yeah, but we moved to this area in the house 14 years ago. I was still a young kid.
How long have you been here?
I've been a pub manager for 3 years now, but I did my first shift here 13 years ago.
Oh,
18 years old.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We all know it's troubled times. It's quite tough for all pubs, all restaurants. Bishops Arms, I've spoken to Oskar Svanström a bit about it. Some places go really well, some places kind of struggle.
Yeah.
What do you do to make people come in the doors?
We work a lot with the social media, of course, Instagram, Facebook. Try to pull people down to grab a meal, take a takeaway food, anything.
But you're also located in a hotel, so
Yeah.
you get some of the hotel guests.
Yeah,
as well.
we still have some business hotels guests here, but it's a lot more.
Well, it's not the same as
No,
it was.
it's not the same as 2019.
No.
No.
But what do you do during the weekdays? Do you have like pub quizzes and stuff like that?
No, nothing like that because Västerås is pretty strict right now. We have a lot of, how do you pronounce it? Smitta?
A lot of
Diseases, the corona.
Yeah. The spread of the corona.
The spread of the corona. So we're pretty tight right now. We can't do quizzes and that kind of stuff, tastings, and so we just
You kind of have to work with what you have.
and it's not that easy.
You got to be visible, basically.
Yeah. Talk to all family, friends, come down, grab a meal, take a takeaway, anything to help us survive.
What I really was blown away about was that I've looked at some of the pubs over in Stockholm, and lots of pubs that normally have lots of tap beers, they pull down on tap beers. They don't have that many. You guys have loads of tap beers.
Yeah, we have 32, and we have had that all the time.
You still keep on doing it.
Yeah, just pushing. And we don't buy the normal beers.
Yeah, the run-of-the-mill stuff.
No, we do all the specials as we did at 2019 and the start of 2020. So that's pulling people down also when we get it out on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah.
When I came in earlier tonight around 6:30 or something like that, the place was actually full.
Yeah, we were packed.
I couldn't get a seat. I had to sit in the lobby in the hotel to have a beer, which I found was fantastic. That's good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. During the weekends, it's always full. But it's a little bit difficult.
The problem is the weekdays.
Yeah, the weekdays are a little bit of a struggle right now. We had a good February was really good. January also, but now in March a little bit slower, but we're getting there. We're working on it.
Have you got any plans to change anything in here? Because I know Norrköping and Gothenburg, Järntorget, they've rebuilt their pubs.
Yeah,
but
so
you're still gonna look the same. You're still gonna be this.
We have a new little bit of new model of the Bishops Arms, a little bit lighter in the books, shelves and stuff, and the floors. Hopefully I will get a renovation, but right now it's pretty tough with the economics.
Well, the place is beautiful. Me and Joel was actually talking about that. It feels like coming into your local pub and like sitting down at your local, because sitting so low, it's like quite dark, like dark wood everywhere, and it feels like a proper pub.
Yeah, this is a proper British pub. I always talk to my employees like this is the living room for a lot of guests. We had regulars here for 26 years, still going here. So when we do the renovation, some of the regulars probably gonna what's this?
But you got to take care of them.
Yeah. So we maybe keep a bit of it.
Yeah. So what is your favorite beer on tap right now?
Right now, I really like the Golden Drak Calvados Barrel Age.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
I haven't had a chance to try it. I won't be able to try it tomorrow because I'll have to go back to Stockholm. But I'll certainly I'm gonna try it in the future.
Yeah,
because the Golden Drak it's kind of it's an old classic, but with a new touch.
Yeah, the Calvados Barrel Age, really soft with the apples and.
We can't have too many because it's quite
no,
strong.
it's 10.5. So one is enough.
Don, really nice to have you with me in the podcast. So sad Rasmus couldn't come with us to Västerås, but next time, Rasmus, you have to come with us. And whatever you do, drink better beer.